Will the Pistons and Knicks rebound from their first couple of losses?
Can the gas prices get any higher?
We mock the NFL draft, or do we?
This and much more next on the Scotty and Stowe Show. What up, Stowe?
Not too much, Scotty. Good to see you again. It's a lovely Tuesday. Tavern's doing well. I'm doing well.
It's good to see that the Good Time Tavern of 125 North Livermore might be coming to a settling point.
Yeah, we're doing well. We had a good weekend. Seems like everyone else is in a state of chaos in Livermore, and we are what we are. Good times.
We are what we are. And if we always realize and remember, we are what we are.
Exactly.
Like we'll be fun.
We are, and let's do a little quick NASCAR.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Tyler Reddick might be in the makings of having one of the greatest NASCAR seasons now. And I say this lightly, but you winning 5 races in the first 9, only Dale Earnhardt Sr., God rest his beautiful soul. Hey, it's the Panda. What up, Panda? I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you, you fucking Panda. No, listen, Tyler Reddick might be having one of the greatest goddamn seasons ever in the history of NASCAR. And this is coming from a Jeff Gordon fan who has watched some of the greatest NASCAR seasons in the history of NASCAR. So, I mean, I've been there, but now I'm watching something, and listen, I don't know what I saw in this kid 5 years ago, but I am truly glad that I get to be involved and enjoy this amazing season.
I know, and you were teetering last year. Like, I'm not sure if this is the
guy.
Well,
no, I didn't know about the kid, so I didn't know his son was going through some like cancer thing or whatever. Like it was a bad deal. And I can tell you right now, when your child is having a bad year, your life is pretty much engulfed in that bad year. You know what I mean? So, because I'm going through the 4th, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn. So, no. But to watch what I'm watching, and not only that, listen, that Kansas race, that finish at Kansas with Reddick, Larson, Bell, Briscoe, that finish, once again, was another incredible finish where Tyler Reddick has won the race this season. From Darlington, from being chased down by Van Gisbergen and still winning the Texas Grand Prix, from the Daytona finish, none of them were easy. From having no fender at Atlanta, none of them were easy. There was no like, oh, he got lucky. There was like, how many fucking times can this guy get lucky? It's 5 if you want to talk about it. And it's 5 in the first 9. So shout out Tyler Reddick. Blaney, 24th finish. So now Blaney is now 3rd. He's not within 80. He's now within 120. And Hamlin is within 105. And Reddick still sits with over 100-point lead in NASCAR after 9 races. And I do not think he's going to slow down. I do believe Michael Jordan will make it to more of the races, because every time Michael Jordan has shown up, Tyler Reddick has won the race. That's just a little, this kid's on fire. Shout out Larson. Shout out Hamlin. Hamlin is now in 2nd place. I would love for Tyler Reddick to win the championship and Hamlin be in 2nd and go, time to pass the torch. And Hamlin has never won a championship. So for his driver of his team to beat him might be like, shout out Hamlin.
It's just stuff that we've never seen before. Even as someone who's been dragged into this sport by you and your family for a long time, I can say that this came out of nowhere. Most of the time you see, there's good drivers. Jimmy Johnson headed into whatever year that was. You knew he was going to be good.
Man, this year, Jimmy Johnson. Yes.
This year, you were in the top 10 easily, in the conversation. You're a good driver. And yeah, boom, out of nowhere. So congratulations to Tyler Reddick and his success. Hopefully, I don't know. My guy finished 10th, and he dropped out of the top 10 by finishing 10th. So
he's still in 11th, though, right? Where are we at? 11th place?
He's 11th. He's 11th. CB, still in 11th.
All right.
But your guys
Listen.
the talk of the town. I don't even want to take up anyone's time with that. So we go to Talladega next, one of the best races in the world.
I am that was I'm gonna save that for the end of the show because I am so excited.
All right, we'll move on to a really quick NBA segment. I'll let you start. The Knicks are 1-1.
Man, what going to overtime? We're in New York and we lose. You can't lose in overtime in New York, man. You can't do that. It's a bad omen. It's not a good start to the season. You should have all the momentum in overtime when you're in the Madison Square Gardenness.
That's true. Madison Square Garden has a new villain, Mr. McCollum. Welcome to the villain show.
Yeah, CJ. Good game. I don't know. I still think we win in 5, but now it could be 6, and now we're adding games to the season we don't need to add when the Pistons and the Celtics might not add games to their season.
But shockingly enough, the Pistons lost. The Celtics lost today to the Sixers. The beginning of this, Wemby got a concussion and they lost today. The only thing that's a certainty right now, even Portland won the other day. The only thing that's a certainty is that OKC moves on. That's the only thing that's certain. I believe everything will kind of get back to what we're used to. I think the Pistons and the Knicks and Cavaliers, they all roll on. But
I think we roll on, but it's how many games it takes us to roll on. That's what's making me nervous now. First series, we're going fucking 5. We're going 7. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, this is true. We do not want to go 7 games with these teams, but I mean, honestly, Pistons Orlando, beginning of the year, I think we had both those teams in the top 4, maybe 3 and 4. So that Orlando team's interesting. So Detroit's got its hands full. Atlanta a little better than they were. So New York's got their hands full.
If you ask me this whole year, do you want to see Orlando in the first round? I'd be like, nope.
Let me take the Lakers score real quick. You talk about something.
Yeah, disappointed. We lost in overtime in Madison Square Garden, but
Lakers up by 5 over Houston with Durant. They could go up 2-0. That would be a surprise.
No. Listen, I don't like Houston nor Durant. I don't like Durant, so Houston has now become a cancer of Durant.
Well, of course, yeah, that was what we asked about. Like, we know LeBron's not a cancer, but we root against him. But Durant possibly
is a cancer.
Ever since he left Golden State. Once you diss Steph Curry.
No, when he went to Golden State is when he became a cancer.
What he won 2 rings as a Warrior, so.
I know, but that's what turned him into the cancer he is today.
It was the start. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it was the start.
Yeah.
He was not that start of any cancer, and then he went there and then he left because he thought it was all about him and not Steph Curry, and now he's a cancer.
Now he knows better.
Now he knows better why they won Steph Curry is the reason you won all 4 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, he's good.
Better than all the rest of them.
All right, let's get into the main reason we're here today. The NFL draft is upon us Thursday. Like and subscribe if you guys are down to watch that shit. I guess I'll just tell everyone we're gonna do the first 10, then we're gonna ask some questions about the rest of the draft. Niners and Packers will be amongst the things we talk about. So let's go ahead and start with pick number 1. Scotty, is this a no-brainer? Mendoza to the Raiders.
No, Sonny Styles to the Raiders. Mendoza doesn't get drafted. Second round. No, I mean, listen. Yes, Mendoza to the Raiders. They signed Kirk Cousins. I'm having like there's so much talent in the draft, but the Raiders will still screw up and they will take the quarterback from Indiana.
Yeah, we will call him Jamarcus Russell 2 from this point on.
Yeah, from this point on, nobody knew. This season, he was like the man.
Even if you watch that dive in the end zone in the championship game, he didn't get much air. I mean, it was all TV props. Who knows? The Raiders will figure a way to screw it up. But yes, Mendoza, number 1. We agree that will happen. Number 2, New York Jets. I have a strong feeling about this, but why don't you start? What do you think the Jets are going to do?
Is Terry Glenn still the coach?
Terry Glenn is definitely
Oh,
not.
yeah, no. The defensive minded coach, is he still the coach?
Aaron Glenn?
Aaron Glenn, yeah.
I believe they gave him a pass and he has a second year. Yes.
Well, if he don't take Styles, Edge, or Reese, I will shit myself. So I'm gonna go with Sonny Styles.
I got Reese. I watched the combine. Reese runs easy. Styles makes it look harder. I mean, more impact at the point of impact, but I like Reese a lot better. I think he could rush the passer. He could play coverage. I think Reese is a no-brainer here.
I think the best defense in college football last year was the Ohio State Buckeyes. They didn't give up more than like 6 points or some shit like that the whole year.
Yeah.
So Reese, Styles, yeah, sure. Why did I pick one?
I mean, yeah. So you don't care. I'll take Reese. So we'll go with Reese for those who are keeping track.
Okay, that's fine. If it's listen, I'm gonna be shocked at the end of this 10 if it's not a lot. So Reese and Mendoza off the board. Let's go. Next.
All right. Number 3, very interesting. The Arizona Cardinals. They have a lot of needs. I mean, could be a trade down spot, but I don't think we should involve ourselves in too much trades here.
I don't want to do trades here. I think later on will be a lot, actually. I think the first round will have more trades than it's ever had before. That's my prediction.
Yeah, we talk about trades in the questions afterwards. Good
Sure.
call.
I'm sorry, if you don't take that Bailey kid or Sonny Styles with the next pick, then you've missed out on taking one of the best players in the draft. So I don't care which one you pick. Bailey, I'm fine with. You want to take Bailey as the third pick in the draft when he could have been the second pick in the draft? We talked about it earlier. You could have had Reggie Bush. Instead, you went with that defensive tackle that kicked ass for 10 straight years. Which one you won't take?
Mario Williams Jr. I remembered it.
Mario Williams Jr. There you go. So who you want to take? I would take Bailey, Texas Tech.
So this is an interesting pick for me because I think right now is where the Notre Dame running back Love goes. Jeremiah Love. I think Love goes here. I don't know if it's for the Cardinals, but for this effort, I'm gonna say Love. David Bailey. Also, I don't think he drops below this point either. Probably.
Okay, well, listen. I read a little thing where Mendoza was the number 1 pick in the draft, but the second best player in college football that to be drafted was Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
So if you took him with the 3rd pick and they only said that Jeremiah Love was going to go second just because, or was the second best player because they just knew Mendoza was going to be number 1 and
Sure. This is very interesting to me. I say they draft him and trade him, but I think he goes here.
Jeremiah Love, Connor, they move on from that. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to argue with you. I actually, if you could see my paper, I have the top 15, and on the top of I'll show it to you. You probably can't see it. Oh, you can't. Oh, look. On the top is Love, number 2.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. But you don't have the teams going, so I'll keep introducing, yeah?
I don't have any teams going. I just have what I thought was the number 2 pick, and I put him at the top of the draft or the top of the piece of paper because I said, well.
I like that. We'll see. I'll go with you then. We're going to take Love here, and then I think that David Bailey slips very, very nicely into the next spot would be the Tennessee Titans.
At number 4.
At number 4, David Bailey to Robert Saleh, I think is a no-brainer. Put him next to the big dudes they already have, Jeffrey Simmons and those guys. I think Tennessee has the Niners defensive line of 4 years ago. And I
will scratch off Love at the top of the paper, which I didn't think I would scratch off in the top 10. So I'm like really excited that I had him up here written as number 2, as like this guy might be worth like Saquon Barkley talk.
Yeah, the more I watch his highlights, the more I watch his tape and stuff, he is impressive.
All right, then.
He might not bench press what Saquon does, but he's got skills. He can do the backwards Saquon jump. That's all I'm saying.
He can for sure. No, that's why I had him
in his repertoire.
Number 2, which wasn't going to happen because Defense is what they need. So let's go. Number 5.
Number 5, New York Giants, one of 2 picks in the top 10. And my thoughts are I'm leaning towards a guy that you wanted everyone to pick, which is Sonny Styles. I think Sonny Styles.
I'm gonna vote against that. I'm gonna stay Ohio State.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna stay Ohio State. I like what you said with Sonny Styles, but I think there's a lot of defense there already, and I think you need to build a little more offense. And I'm gonna take Carnell Tate
Sure, okay.
to give to Jackson Dart and to give to Scatterbo and to give to
Well, he's a
the
perfect
tight end
compliment to Blake Neighbors, to be honest, right?
that compliment Malik Neighbors with the route running, not
Yeah, Neighbors
like
just
go deep.
and this guy's, Robert Woods better.
Yeah, Robert Woods way better. So like route running specialist, still fast, great hands, scores touchdowns.
I like that.
think next to Malik Neighbors might be the best combo of receivers in the history of receivers. At
At least in New York history.
least ever in New York for sure. Until New York takes them down with ACL injuries. I mean, either way.
Right? Are they still in the Meadowlands? Why are they still in that place?
I don't know. So I like you taking Styles too, but I think they got the kid from Penn State last year. I think there's enough talent to put around him. Like we have Micah Parsons, we can have Lucas Van Ness because
Right.
we have Micah Parsons.
Correct.
So I think they have the kid from Penn State last year, so they can have their own Lucas Van Ness and still be great.
Agreed. No, I'm totally fine with them going offense at 6 or 5. Speaking of 6, we move to another team with a couple first-round picks, the Cleveland Browns. And I think two more Ohio State players are in play here. So what do you think, Styles or Caleb Downs? I think Cleveland hasn't had a safety in forever, and I think they should address that.
I do too.
I would
You
take
can
Downs.
compliment. Wow, that's
They
tough.
have great cornerbacks, Denzel Ward and the other dude.
Right. So they don't, yeah.
But yeah, I would love that. I think Downs would make that a decent defense almost immediately with Myles Garrett, the 2 corners, and a safety that reads everything.
Reads everything. Blitzes, tackles, running backs.
But I can see Styles going here too. I don't know. I'll let you take the pick.
Ah. Man, putting Styles right next to Myles Garrett, just letting those two.
You're right. I know. I could see that happening.
And just fucking picking up a safety in the 3rd round.
There are some good safeties in the 2nd, 3rd. Yeah. Cleveland's got a lot of picks.
There's a lot of safeties.
A lot of safeties.
They could probably get that safety in the next pick in the 1st round. You're not going to get Sonny Styles again.
No. All right. So Sonny Styles going to Cleveland at number 6.
That's not bad, actually. If Sonny Styles goes to Cleveland, if he goes from the Buckeyes to the Browns, he'll be a legend.
Right. Ohio legend, which, it's not hard to be an Ohio legend. Let's be honest.
Oh, no, it's pretty easy. So, instant Ohio legend.
All right. Moving from Ohio legends to City of Presidents, Washington, D.C. The Commander/Redskins. There is a Redskins revival situation going on, by the way. Yeah, they're trying to bring that back.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm the Redskins right now, I'm trading out for some more picks because the Redskins are lacking in depth. And I think they should trade that pick for the 13th pick and a 2nd round pick. That's the fucking 42nd pick. But let's pick a player.
They take 27 and 4 fourths. That would take Caleb Downs right now.
That's fine. Caleb Downs. Bring back the era of Sean Taylor and bring a Caleb Downs into the Washington Redskins. And I think you would make the fan base just as happy as you would putting a solid player on the field for you. I will take Caleb Downs to the Washington Redskins to get my 3rd Buckeye in the top 7.
Absolutely. No, it's a smart move. And then if they do trade down, they could try and trade down a few spots, pick a receiver, someone to go with Scary Terry. That's also a smart move. But since we're not doing that, we will give him in the Ohio State safety, who is going to be sick. He's a baller. I just
The
know it.
baller. I like, I mean, yeah, that's why I said they should trade down and get like,
Yeah,
you
they could
know,
have Jordan Tyson or Boston in the middle of middle of the
yeah.
round.
And then fucking take another second rounder and a fifth rounder and go bing, 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 and put a lot of talent on the team because they're lacking in just like depth and
Yeah,
talent.
Jaden Daniels needs a little help. Like
He
if
does.
they're hoping Love slides to them somehow. They're like, please, 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 please. If that would be ridiculous. Love and Daniels in the background or the backfield, that'd be interesting.
As long as he's not a Robert the Griffin the third, they're good to go.
It's hard to tell, but I don't think so. He's got a better arm than Mr. Griffin, better head on his shoulders. All right, moving on.
So
The
hold
Saints.
on, before we move on from this point, I don't think this guy was still supposed to be there. Bain is still on the board, right?
Sure, yeah.
Let's move on.
Which is interesting. I think both Bain and Mesidor, the Miami guys, both have the heart, the passion, but they don't have the measurements that the pro guys like. So very interesting to see where they're going to end up. Is it New Orleans? Another trade down situation for me, but I have them taking
Another
the
trade
best
down
off.
situation for me too. They need so much help. Did they
But I
have
think
enough? They need 12 draft picks this year to change their life for another 4 years. So
yeah,
did they have it? How many do they have? Do they have 6 or do they have 9? If they have 9, good for the Saints. If not, who's the best offensive lineman on the board? Let's start simple.
Muaga. Yeah, the best offense tackles Muaga or maybe Freeling from Georgia, but I would go Muaga probably.
Okay, start. You
And I
know what? For the Saints, if we're not going to trade down, protect your young quarterback that you're if you're not taking the quarterback from Alabama, that means you're keeping the quarterback you have. Take the best offensive lineman in the draft.
I agree with that. And someone like the Browns could actually trade up here and take that offensive lineman anyway.
Well,
So
but we're
yeah, I
not going
think
to make any trades because we decided that. But that's
fine.
fine. I mean,
I've got the Saints take Muaga. I do. I wrote it down.
so he's gone though.
He is now.
All right.
I think the next pick's easy. Kansas City Chiefs are on the board. They lost 3 cornerbacks,
And they need to take the lane.
and the number 1 cornerback is on the board.
Yeah.
I think this is easy.
Yeah, no, I agree because that's what Jim Schwartz is going to want.
Yeah.
And he lost his best cornerback. And
Exactly.
take the number 1 on the board.
Piece of cake.
And we've given the Saints or the Chiefs probably the pick they're going to get.
Another piece to win another freaking Super Bowl. Those jerks. That's fine. We move on to the Giants' second pick at number 10.
Now you wanted to give the Giants an edge player.
Sonny Styles is who I had them taking, but we ended up with Carnell Tate, correct?
Now we've let Bain Jr. fall all the way.
That's correct. There. It says Bain Jr. or Mesidor, whichever one they want. It's a Dexter Lawrence replacement. If they want to go, an undersized defensive tackle, they take Mesidor. If they want more edge help, I think they go Mesidor and shock the world.
Hold on.
But
I think I have to go to my second page to get.
Yeah, I know. Mesidor's way down there, but I think they need more help there than they do on the edge.
Well, yeah, they got the guy from Penn State. They're fine.
And Thibodeau.
And Thibodeau. They're fine. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to fight you there. You let me have Carnell Tate. I appreciate that because I thought adding to the Giants offense with Jackson Dart and Scatterboo and Malik Neighbors, who we never saw with Jackson Dart. Remember, did Jackson Dart and Malik was it one game and he threw one pass to him and he broke his fucking leg and then he was out the garden? No, I don't think so. Maybe.
All
That's
right.
fine. Go with your guy. I got Carnell Tate next to Malik Neighbors and Scatterboo with Jackson Dart. I think the Giants win the East next year.
Early predictions.
And I think Carnell Tate gets offensive rookie of the year because Jackson Dart just eats it up because Malik Neighbors is double covered and Carnell Tate's wide open.
That tends to be what happens with him. The
And
other
you
guys
know what happens? You know what
wide
really
open.
happens is that Ohio State is the greatest offensive wide receiver draft team of all time.
I believe they've proven that. I mean, there's some teams LSU could
LSU, yeah, with
throw
Jamar
some names in
Chase
that
and
hat there.
Odell,
So,
but lately,
but you're hot. Yeah, you're
yeah,
hot.
we're
You're
pretty
hot.
hot. Where are we at? How many players we got left? We got one more to go in this whole draft.
We
10?
do not. I mean, if you want to pick Miami's pick, you can do so, but they're another trade down candidate because they need everything.
They are totally trading down, actually.
Yeah.
You know what? No. I'm gonna say wide receiver Lemon.
Okay. Take the Blitnikoff guy, throw him on
Why
there.
not?
They need
Well,
someone to.
Malik Willis needs somebody. They got
Somebody.
rid of Tariq Hill and
Jalen Waddle
Jalen Waddle.
and their tight end.
So now they got nothing left. Why don't you take the Blitnikoff winner and Lemon with the 11th pick? I know we weren't going to go all to 11. I knew that. But you said Miami. They got rid of every receiver, and we still have Lemon on the board at 11. So a bonus pick from the Scotty and Stowe show.
You heard it here.
Makai Lemon,
Sick.
wide receiver, Miami Dolphins.
Wasted
Let's
pick.
move on.
Let's move on. All right. Well, we got to talk a little Niners Packers with the draft. I mean, you don't have a pick for a while.
I have 3 picks because I researched and thought, well, if these guys are there, I'll take one of them.
So give me your second round pick. Denny Dana Sutton is one of them.
No.
Oh shit, should be. Anyway, go ahead. Give me your picks.
All right. So I looked at the players within the 40 to 56 range.
That's fair.
I thought that was fair. So if by chance Christian Miller, defensive tackle, Georgia, was there, and since the Packers have Quay Walker, Stokes, and Devontae Wyatt the hell out of us with Georgia players, I thought Christian Miller might be a player that the Packers might take.
Just bring in another.
Just bringing in another defensive tackle. I think with Gannon's style, the new guy is more about defensive tackles and and then letting somebody run the edge or whatever. D'Angelo Pons from Indiana, the cornerback, if he is still there, which is possible because he's in that range of 54, 55, 56, being a national championship player.
Reminds me of the Caleb Downs of cornerbacks. Also a baller, a little undersized, but he's just smarter and knows more than you do, and he makes play on the ball. I like that kid a lot.
So if he's still there because he's in that range and we need cornerback because we have Keyshawn Nixon, a kick returner, and Carrington Valentine, a 7th round picked out of Kentucky or some shit. So, and Keontae Scott, defensive back, Miami. Another national champion team, not a championship winner, but there on a good defense.
That guy had a nice showing in the Final Four, Final 8.
Also 6 feet tall, 190 some odd pounds. Perfect for me. Is it not 5'8"? I hate when they say defensive back 5'8". I'm like, that not a defensive back. And stop with that Terrell Buckley shit. Give me somebody 6 feet tall that can fucking run at least a 4.4 and has got like almost 200 pounds on him. I'm sick of this fucking 5'8", 174. No, don't want that no more. I want somebody who can fucking make a tackle. All right, so that's what I have. Other than that, I think the Packers I would like to see that Chris Johnson kid. I would like to see the kid out of Ohio State, the other cornerback. We're gonna have to make moves forward to get there. We made trades that got more draft picks. Maybe we made trades to get more draft picks to move forward in the second round to pick somebody that maybe is a little higher on my list of players. But in this draft show, I will take one of those 3 players.
Sounds good. I think the Niners, with their fourth round picks, may do the same in the second round or the first round, moving up a couple spots.
Why not?
For me, the Niners in the first round are looking Thielemann, safety Oregon, if he drops. Caleb Lomo, the left tackle from Utah, he will probably be there, so that could be our selection. Or Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon, if he slips. I'm looking Oregon all over the place. For the Niners.
Didn't you sign Trent Williams 2 years, 50?
Yes, we signed the 38-year-old Trent Williams to a 2-year deal that does not. We need more offensive line besides him.
Oh my God, my cat is in my garage. Why we're eating the cat food. You know what? I do not want to speak to you the rest of the night. Sorry.
No, that's completely your inner thoughts are outside, just so you know.
Now they are.
All right, so those were did I give 3 picks? Yeah, those are my 3 picks. The 2 Oregon guys and Lomo from Utah. I think the Niners go in the first round.
Where are you picking?
27 and then 50.
27. The tight end's not going to be there, so you gotta go. I'm like, at least I gave myself chances.
Lomo in the first round and then Stowers in the second round. We take the other tight end
tight end, Stowers. I like it.
Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. I mean, obviously, we're going to look at edge. We're going to look at tackle. We'll look at safety in the first round, but we will take the best available. And we like our guys, so.
Not going to go wide receiver?
Very possible, but unless Boston or Lemon or...
How about the kid from Tennessee?
Brazzers? Nah, yeah. I mean, second round, maybe. I don't think there's a first-round wide receiver unless one of the top 3 or 4 drop to us. And I don't really see that happening.
That's just I think Mike Evans is old, so I just thought maybe you would make something better out of that.
Yeah, it's a deep. You can get a lot of in the 3rd and 4th rounds. You can get a lot of receivers.
I think it is deep, actually. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. All right.
I think not shockingly enough, I think the Packers will pick a wide receiver in this draft.
Oh, they have to.
I think we have to then.
Yeah, just to inject some more youth into the room. You have to draft at least one. Might not be till late, but anyway, let's move on. A couple more quick questions. I'm curious. I mean, we always talk about quarterbacks. So Ty Simpson, Drew Allar. Do you see? I don't know. Do you see Simpson getting in the first round? Do you see Allar being drafted as a potential starter anywhere?
Who? Penn State, Drew Allar?
Yeah, Ty Simpson.
Listen.
It's facts, right?
That fits along with one of my questions because my question was, is this the worst draft class of all time for quarterbacks? In the common era, because I don't think there's any proven true quarterback in this draft. So Drew Allar, I love the question. We're going to combine these 2 questions just to let it go.
We are.
I'm going to say Drew Allar could come into the draft and be the Tom Brady of the draft. Why not? Out of this quarterback draft.
Yeah, I don't see a lot there. I mean, they keep showing Ty Simpson's best 6 throws over and over again. I'm like, okay, those 6 throws were pretty good, but did you watch the rest of the season? So yeah, I'm not impressed by hardly any of the quarterbacks. I think someone will trade with Seattle up to 32, and because Seattle's out, they're out of the first round, so they're going to trade that to somebody, whoever wants that guy at 32. It could be Ty Simpson. That gives you an extra year if he's a good quarterback on that rookie deal. So I'm assuming someone trades up to 32
to get one of the maybe worst quarterbacks ever in NFL draft history.
Ty Simpson. I mean, he can't be worse than Jamarcus Russell. Second time mentioned this.
No, I mean, everybody was really back then. Everybody was confused.
Well, the thing about quarterbacks is Jamarcus Russell was the greatest quarterback ever. Brock Purdy was an afterthought. You know what I mean? It's hard to figure out.
I don't think Marcus Russell was ever the greatest quarterback ever. I just think that was another bad decision by the Los Angeles or Las Vegas or
Sure, but he would have been
Oakland
drafted somewhere in the
Raiders.
first draft.
Yeah,
Someone would have drafted Jamarcus in the first round.
I would have hoped not. I mean, I did that year actually. I was young. I was in high school. I was like, I don't think anybody's going to draft that guy. He just had 2 good games.
You're such a fibber. You were getting laid. You did not care about Jamarcus Russell.
I did not. I did not. I didn't even know who he was
Yeah,
until the Raiders drafted him, and my friend Glenn said, "We
Your
got
Honor,
Jamarcus Russell," and I was like, "Who?"
Your Honor, my client was either in pussy or fighting. He had no idea who Jamarcus Russell was.
I had no clue who Jamarcus Russell was at the time, and now I still don't. Oh no, purple drink guy.
Yeah, purple drink guy.
Purple drink guy. I remember that guy.
Hey,
All right,
guys.
so you're saying when you asked the question, my question was, is there any quarterback from this draft that will become somebody? And we both think Drew Alar, the young smart kid from Penn State, 6'4", 235, laser rocket arm.
Yeah, and I mean he looks like Josh Allen a lot in college. You know what I mean? If you'd have let Drew Alar play at like North Dakota State against a bunch of bums. So we'll see if he gets coached up. Like I said, I'm not sure he's got the mentalness of Brady, but he does have the Josh Allen physicality. So yeah,
I like it.
it'll be interesting to see where he falls. You got anything to say about the Cowboys? They got a couple picks. That's about the only thing else I have.
Well,
just about anything into a car seemed like a good idea. You know, it was a big thing, plug in electric shavers for your car. The GM in-car
They have two.
you know what? I hate the Cowboys so much. I didn't have one thought about the Cowboys. The Cowboys could use an edge.
Micah Parsons, where have you gone?
Where have you gone? I think they're good at Kenny Clark. The receivers are great. Maybe Drew Alar.
Time to replace Dak with someone who can win a play.
Time to replace Dak. You know, they got a good tight end. You know what they need? They need cornerbacks.
I was going to say an entire secondary, maybe.
An entire secondary. So maybe Thienen. Maybe they get one of those cornerbacks in the first round.
Cinnamon would be nice, or they could trade up and get Downs take their 2 first-round picks, get 1 Caleb Downs.
Give up 2 to get 1 first round. I mean, you know, Jerry Jones might do something crazy like that, actually.
Or he'll take Colton Hood and Cassius Howell, and they will both suck, and so will the Cowboys.
No, I think if they have 2 picks in the first round, right?
Yeah.
I think they could get Thienen or, of course, not obviously Kalen Downs, but I believe there are other defensive backs in this whole deal. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to trash the Cowboys for a second.
Nice.
Very.
I think your questions kind of match my question. I had questions about the quarterbacks. I mean, because there's not a lot of great quarterbacks out there. This seems to be one of the weaker drafts in quarterbacks.
I do have one last question. How about this? Favorite prospect outside the top 10? Even though you're probably not going to get that guy because you're a Packers guy, but do you have a favorite, like, kind of sleeper draft pick?
Yeah, the offensive tackle for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Or no, the defensive tackle for the Ohio State Buckeyes. That guy could be a sleeper in this whole deal. I had it written down, but I threw all my papers down, and then you asked some crazy question.
Paris Johnson Jr., I think, is your offensive tackle.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. That's fair. No, I didn't have anyone really written down. I love Sadiq and the Oregon guys. I was just wondering who you're into.
Oh, for outside of the top 10, whoever gets that Sadiq kid, if you need a tight end, you're going to be in a good place.
That's what I'm saying.
How could you not be? If you need a tight end and then you get an automatic like Brock Bowers, fucking Tucker Kraft, George Kittle starting tight end on your team, that's a huge difference.
Pretty excited about the Penn State guard too. Maybe he'll slip to 27. Ione.
44 rounds.
No, I had him in the top 15, so he won't make it there. I think I had him in the top 12, actually. So yeah, he's not gonna make it there.
Nah, man, that dude's a stud. I'd love to see him drop.
Yeah, all right. I mean, no. I think he was on the same page as the other top 10 players, actually.
Yeah.
27.
I agree. All right. Moving on. I think that was enough about the draft. We'll throw some updates out probably Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll review it Tuesday. You got any performance of the week, my friend?
You know, man, I keep looking at it, but I think it's my daughter.
Oh man, is she a first timer?
She might be. I think she's learning how to deal with people because of all the shit we put her through, and she crushed it today. They verified it by saying, "No, she's fine." And I thought to myself, in a one-on-one conversation with another human being, my daughter convinced that professional
that she was fine.
that she was fine. And I thought to myself, shout out. Because I thought, you know what? Everybody else thinks you fucked up. I think you're cool. But, I mean, your Uncle Stowe thinks you're awesome. You know what I mean? Grandma thinks you're going to be just fine.
Just fine.
I have so many different people coming at me with different points of view on this shit. And I'm like, when we're together, it's awesome. It's just, just like, but when the professional, like, put her through like 5 tests, and I was like, wow, I read the whole email. I was like, 5 tests? Every test came back solid? And then, like, you guys, who made the test?
See, like, she knows the real answer. She's just a teenager. She doesn't want to.
You know what I mean? It was like, what's the question? Well, the professional wants to know before you go to jail. Who was the president in 1984? Ronald Reagan, bitch. Got it again. Damn it, this girl's good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, how does she keep beating all the professionals, but you're still angry? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure. So my shout out goes to Jujuela.
Nice. It's fantastic. Mine is far less important.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna give my shout out to Arturs Silovs, the Pittsburgh Penguins goaltender, because I wanted to get some hockey in the show. Penguins are down 0-2 to the Flyers, but Silovs has not played, so he has given up 0 goals. Oh, and the Giants beat the Dodgers today 3-1. So form of the week.
Not Yamamoto.
Fuck the Dodgers. It was Roop. Landon Roop was our starting pitcher today, so he gets my performer of the week.
So Dodgers 2-1 series.
Probably, but at least we're 1-0 on the year.
What are you excited for next week?
Oh, besides Pistons tomorrow, Champions League next week, just a fun sunny weekend. I think I'm pretty psyched about the whole thing.
Talladega.
Talladega. Oh, man,
100,000 miles an hour going around on a big goddamn circle, trying not to kill yourself.
Oh yeah, Busher hates this race, so I don't expect a good finish for my boy. But yeah,
I'm expecting 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Take her down, Tyler. It's your year, homie.